In Gentle Somatic Yoga, the focus is not on stretching, and instead we use a technique called Pandiculation. In this somatic movement flow, I'm going to guide you through a traditional Hatha yoga posture called the bound angle, but I'm going to somaticize it with Pandiculation. So if you'd like to join me, bring your feet together and your knees out wide. So just sitting comfortably and not forcing this stretch. We're just coming to a place where the body just takes a shape. Now, through this practice, I'm encouraging the brain to learn through contrast. So we do pre-check and post-check. Pre-check before we do the flow, what is our range of motion? How do we feel in our body? And then post-check, what are the benefits through our choices? So the pre-check is to bring your right knee up towards your chest and just notice where the leg stops naturally. Notice that distance, and then also when you come down, what is the distance between your knee and the floor? For me, it's a little more than hand width distance apart. And let's do the other leg as well. So lift the left leg, notice where it stops. Actually, it seems like I have a little more flexibility with this side, and then coming down and noticing the distance between your knee and the floor. Yeah, I seem to be more open on this side. It's not uncommon for one side to be different than the other. So we're just staying curious and open. Also, another pre-check is leaning forward. So if you sit up tall, extending through the top of the head, leading with the heart, flat back, and just lean forward, honoring where your body wants to stop naturally, never pushing past pain or strain. So just be honest with your body. We're not intending to stretch, even though we are in a shape that would feel like one. We're just seeing where the body wants to stop. And so with the eyes open and the neck relaxed, notice the distance between your head and the floor or the feet. Every soma is going to be different. So just accepting where you're at right now, and let's play together and just see what happens through these movements if you can increase your range of motion. So I actually am going to be teaching you something called self-pandiculation today. We're going to use our own muscle strength with the force of gravity to repattern the brain to muscle connection. So lifting the right knee in towards the midline. This is the midline here. I also like to call this the somatic center, where the solar plexus is. So lifting the right leg until it stops. Apply gentle feather-like pressure with the top hand. And then while you're still applying some force with the arm and hand, slowly disengage the muscles of the leg, but not all at once. So it's the same force with the arm, and the leg lets go of muscular effort. All right, that's self-pandiculation. Let's try the other side. So lift the other knee, the left knee, apply gentle pressure, just enough so that you can feel muscular engagement on the inside of the leg into the pelvis, and then applying the same amount of pressure. The leg doesn't release all muscular effort until the end. So when you're at your full range of motion, that's when you stop. What would make it a stretch is if you pushed past your range of motion, and we don't want to do that. All right, so next, lift both knees in towards the midline, and this time apply gentle pressure with the forearms inside the legs. And from here, resist with the legs, but at the same time letting go as you lean forward with your back lengthened, heart is leading, and then just notice when your knees and legs want to stop, opening out to the side, and then choose to release your hands and arms and come into a forward fold and release muscular effort into the neck. In Gentle Somatic Yoga, we intend not to keep a stretch longer than 3 seconds to avoid something called the stretch reflex, which at some point I'll go into in another video. We're going to try this for 2 more sets. So lift the knees in towards the midline, and when they're lifted, that's when we apply gentle pressure with the forearms and arms, sitting up nice and tall, mindfully disengaging muscular effort with the legs. Sense and feel that, and then there's just going to be a point where your body is going to tell you that's enough, and then fold forward safely, comfortably, releasing as many muscle groups as you can. and then coming back up. So we're going to do this one more time. So this is a process of repatterning and re-educating the muscles into their optimal length in a resting position. So let's come up one more time. Apply gentle pressure with the arms and the knees press into the forearms, and then consciously, mindfully, slowly, smoothly fold forward and just feel the sensations inside the body, honoring wherever you're at. And this is our last repetition. How many muscle groups can you let go of and just rest? Since we're already in a forward bend, we can do post check. So open your eyes. So for me, I'm able with my head to touch my feet, whereas before my pre-check, my head was about, 7 inches away from the floor, and now I'm actually able to rest my forehead in my toes. So how about you? Have you noticed any increase of range of motion? Every soma expresses differently, and there's no judgment about that. That's just accepting where we're at in any given moment. And then also notice the post check, the distance between the knee and the floor. So for me, I can't even slide my hand underneath. So that shows me that I've increased my flexibility on both sides, actually. So how about you? And then finally, is it easier to lift and lower the leg? Is the knee a little closer to the chest? Mine definitely is. And these are all signs that there's been a repatterning, that in my soma today, I've lengthened those muscle groups, which translated is I have more flexibility. And the more that you practice this flow, the more that you can reset as this is your default to keep your flexibility and mobility. Again, I'll go into that into other videos. But for now, extend your legs. And let's just do a little integration by flexing and pointing the feet, maybe rotating the ankles, moving the hips, kind of just organic, intuitive movement to increase the flow of energy from the hips down to the toes. And then we'll finish together in a seated cross-legged position for a soma scan. Soma scans are part of this practice where we invite the soma to integrate all that new information to bring balance and alignment to all of our somatic systems. So bring your palms facing up on back of the knees. Close your eyes. I'll invite you to take one cleansing breath with me. So inhale through the nose. Audible sound, exhale through the mouth. Softening the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the belly. Relax the hips, the legs. So sitting with minimal effort and bringing your awareness to the level of internal felt sensations, because there are many. Just notice how you feel right now. What do you notice? And then blink your eyes open. And thanks for following along. I look forward to continue sharing these somatic movement flows with you. If you have any questions, please direct message me. And also, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, and namaste.